Hi, my name is Cold Beer and let's start with bullets per minute. This is a wet dream of every Doom or every fast-paced first-person shooter fan. Above 90% of positive reviews on Steam won't let me lie. This game will entertain you for hours. To be exact, for about 4 hours. It's not a very long game, but as you always say to your imaginary girlfriend,
it's not the length, it's the quality, right?
So here all your actions and the actions of your enemies are tied to the beat of the music. Your enemies here will perform a dance-like sequence of attacks to an epic rock opera. Here you will shoot, jump and dodge to the beat of the battling hordes of enemies, fight powerful bosses, choose from 10 different characters with unique strengths and weaknesses, and explore randomly generated dungeons. So play this game if you like Doom, rock and fast-paced action, and avoid it if you are soft and squishy. It's not a game for squishy people. Killer Frequency. The year is 1987 and you will step into the shoes of a late-night radio talk show host. New in town and fallen from grace. The chief of police is dead, so the townsfolk turn to you for help, as apparently you are the only person in town who can run a phone line. The genre here is horror, but with dark humor elements. You will have to solve puzzles to save callers from being hunted down by a mysterious killer, or maybe there are more than one, you don't know. Every call you get here is life and death, and you with your wits and smarts will have to save the inhabitants of Gallows Creek. Well, at least you will try and probably fail. You know, the protagonist is as smart as you are. That's okay, you can try again. You will use branching dialogues to interact with a variety of eccentric small-town personalities, including potential victims and suspects. Explore your surroundings, gather clues, make decisions, solve satisfying riddles, and try to help each of your callers to survive the night. People who play the game are saying that the game is very addictive and fun. It has a very high review score and there are not a lot of games like that in general, so it's really cool and original title. Braid. I always say that this is a game perfectly suitable for beer-loving people. You know, when you are drunk you make a lot of mistakes. For example, you want to send your ding-dong pic to your ex-girlfriend but accidentally send it to your aunt. And that's not the worst that could happen while you're drunk. Worst thing is when your aunt sends you something similar back. So this game is perfect for those who make a lot of drunken mistakes. Here you can turn back time and start your moves over and over again. Undo all the bad things you have done. Although you cannot ever unsee that picture your aunt Olga sent you, this game will teach you the wrong concept of life, that everything you do is easily undoable. Dystopika. A massive treat for every Blade Runner fan, although they don't even mention the movies in the description because of obvious copyright issues. Despite that, the game lets you build futuristic cities very similar to those we saw in the movies. Here you will place buildings, giant billboards and massive holograms. You won't find any goals, there are no objectives, no wins or losses. The game wants you to relax and embrace your creative cyberpunk mood. People on Steam are very happy with this game. They not only awarded this gem with an overwhelmingly positive reviews, but they are saying that this is a game you just can't stop playing. One more building, one more tweak, one more hologram and one more once again, just to make your amazing city a bit better. And yeah, why not make a masterpiece, then take a screenshot, print it, frame it and hang it on your wall. That would be a perfect modern piece of art that no one else has. Ship of Fools. This is a seafaring roguelite co-op game where you play the fools, the only creatures fool enough to brave the sea. The great lighthouse that once protected the archipelago is broken and a storm of malice and corruption is coming. So you, together with your shipmate, will jump aboard and make your voyage across the sea. Man the cannons, ready your sails and protect your ship from sea monsters over multiple runs. It's up to you to defend your home from the almighty aquapocalypse. People are saying that the game is hard, but not too hard so it doesn't ruin your mood. Also, you can play it alone, but it's not what the intentions of the developers were, so if you don't have a friend, skip this one. Wizard of Legend. This is a fast-paced dungeon crawler with roguelike elements that emphasizes dynamic magical combat. Quick movement and even quicker use of spells will allow you to chain spells together to unleash devastating combos against your puny, pathetic enemies. You will collect valuable spells and relics and build up your magical arsenal to fit your playstyle, which, as we all know, is to die again and again and again. You'll find over 100 unique spells and discover various spell combinations and synergies. People on Steam are saying that this is is a fun game, although it has some annoying stuff, like getting stun-locked by some basic enemy and losing half of your health. It feels like you are getting robbed by a grandma with a fork or something. Despite that, the game is very well received by players, about 90% of reviews are positive. Just Cause 3. The Mediterranean Republic of Medici is suffering under the control of a dictator with a huge appetite for power. So this is some kind of Mediterranean Belarus, and you have to show them what freedom looks like. And here it looks like death and explosions of dictator's troops and allies. Here you will be given complete vertical freedom. Skydive, base jump and freedive in an open world the size of 1,000 square kilometers, so you can create chaos in all of this land and have a lot of fun. People on Steam are saying that the game is very fun and has almost zero boring moments. The grappling hook and the wingsuit will help you to fly around and cause havoc, and this experience will keep you entertained for hours. To be exact, about 18 hours of your boring life will be made better by this game. Signalis. The game is set in a dystopian future where humanity has colonized the solar system. Sounds cool, but the totalitarian regime maintains an iron grip through aggressive surveillance and propaganda. Humanoid androids, known as replicas, live amongst the humans, acting as workers, civil servants, and protectors alongside the citizens they are designed to resemble. So that reminds me of Blade Runner, just before the war. The story begins as you awaken from cryostasis in a wrecked vessel. Now stranded on a cold planet, you have to set out on a journey into depths unknown. Keep in mind that this is a horror game, and I don't have jump scares in mind. It will pick your brain psychologically bit by bit. Although on Steam it has an overwhelmingly positive review score left by thousands of people, so it is definitely a hidden gem you should try. Trailmakers. Here you will build a car, plane or boat, or mash them all together as a transforming car plane boat and explore the world. You can play the campaign, learn the basics of building and try piloting various vehicles. Go to one of the sandbox maps and build a mechanical potato you always dreamed of owning in real life. The game offers a variety of weapons you can use to build the biggest, baddest vehicle and utilize it against your foes or even friends in epic skirmishes, from miniguns to rocket launchers, bombs and smart guns. Your preferred choice of mayhem is waiting for you here. People are saying that the game is super fun and a bit addictive. Some of the players have hundreds of hours of playtime on record, so be aware that this game may keep your virginity safe and sound for a long time. Quern, Undying Thoughts. This is a first-person puzzle-adventure game inviting you on a journey to explore the beautiful land and solve many challenges. You'll put your IQ to the test with the increasingly complex puzzles and unravel the mysteries of the island. Remember Myst? So it's quite the same. It is original and solving one or another puzzle is really rewarding, you know, for your ego. People on Steam are saying that Quern is one of the best puzzle games they ever played. It also has more than 90% of positive reviews, and the bad ones are mostly about technical issues. People don't realize that you should check your graphic card drivers all the time. For example, I couldn't even run Elden Ring without updating them. Anyway, this is a great game, really worth your money even when not on a sale. Psychonauts 2. Game has an overwhelmingly positive review score left by thousands of players, so that should keep your attention for a while. Psychonauts 2 is a platform adventure game combining quirky missions and mysterious conspiracies with cinematic style and tons of customizable psychic powers. The game will excite you with danger and laughs in equal measure. You'll have to embark on a journey through the minds of friends and foes on a quest to defeat a murderous psychic villain. People on Steam are saying that Psychonauts 2 is like Nickelodeon and Disney made a video game together on acid, and not in a bad sense. Dreamscaper. This is a beautiful action roguelite game. At first the gameplay is very easy. At least it was when I played the game. I felt no bigger challenge and all the creatures died from my mighty swings without any problems. I was like, hey, I'm really good at this game. The challenge began when I finally met the first boss. And the fight was great, like 10 out of 10 great. And also it was the strongest aspect of this game. But I was kinda surprised that the more I played, the more Souls-like the game got. Easy peasy beginning was a trap. Actually, Dreamscaper is very unforgiving and difficult. I wouldn't mind, but most of the weapons here are slow. I felt like I was swinging them through the water or something, and you have to make perfectly timed attacks for critical hits. That is a hard thing to do with slowpoke weapons, but if this isn't a problem for you, then it may be the game for you. It has great art design, visuals, puzzles, and the gameplay is really fun. Lucius. You will play as a boy who was born on a date with a lot of sixes. Of course, because your name is Lucius, a derivative from Lucifer, and, you know, surprise, surprise, it turns out that you are some kind of a devil's child.
What?
The fun part of this game is that you have supernatural powers, some telekinesis, some mind control, and some regular scheming. Killing anyone that moves while being cute and little is cool and not creepy at all, right? So in each level you will solve adventure game style puzzles in order to murder someone. So exciting. There are 3 parts of a game, well 4 if you include Lucius demake, so in case of loving the game, your free time is covered quite well. And as one review on Steam said, this game is a perfect little gift for your Christian friends. Titan Chaser. It's a meditative experience where you don't have to manage fuel, car maintenance, health or damage. Just find where to drive and how to use your tools effectively, or just forget about your work and drive through foggy landscapes to calm down after a hot day, although your job here is to find monsters and make them go away.
I think it is inspired by a Norwegian movie called Troll Hunter.
This is the best Norwegian accent I can do. Sue me. Game has very positive reviews and people on Steam are saying that this game is an absolute gem, really creative and ambitious project. Dead Cells. Overwhelmingly positive reviews should lock your attention even if you don't like pixel art graphics, and this game can stand strong behind the name of the style. It's true art. The game is really beautiful, just like you, my friend, but graphics are just one side of the coin. People on Steam are saying that this roguelite Metroidvania is probably the best game of the genre. Along with the graphics, you will get great music and gameplay more addictive than Potato Salad. People are also joking that here using the machete and pistol weapon is the closest thing we'll ever get to Bloodborne on PC. And speaking about platforms, it should be an amazing experience on Steam Deck. You can also acquire it on Switch, but we all know that Nintendo is not very fond of discounts, so the Steam version it is. Hell Let Loose. This is a hardcore World War II first-person shooter with epic battles consisting of 100 players, with infantry, tanks, artillery, a dynamically shifting frontline, and a unique resource-based RTS-inspired metagame. People on Steam are saying that 80% of the time you will spend either dead, walking, or under artillery fire. You can spawn half of the time without getting insta-killed by bombs or accurate bullets, but the fact is that you don't mind. Those few moments when you kill somebody who has just spawned are precious, and you would not give them up for anything. And very positive reviews of this game ain't gonna let me lie to you. Only disadvantage here is the price. It's still quite high. Well, not as high as Snoop Dogg or Seth Rogen though. Cossacks 3. This is a remake of the classic game that originally launched in 2000s. Here you'll find 20 nations, 120 different unit types, and over 220 different buildings. That sounds like an overkill, and believe me, it is. But it is also really fun to play. This game is like ultimate epic battle simulator before it was cool. Also, besides the battles on land, you can build an armada of battleships and attack your enemies at sea. The game offers 5 single-player campaigns. Cool feature is that the game lets you fight massive battles with up to 32,000 soldiers simultaneously on one battlefield. Just be sure that you have that NASA supercomputer for that. Crypt of the NecroDancer. Entertaining music, fast-paced gameplay and RPG elements makes this game really great. I have played countless hours of it and I enjoyed every single one of them. Just be sure that you are a calm person, because this game is hard. Not as hard as Diamonds or Tardigrades for example, but hard enough to make you rage quit a few times. But then you will come back, because Crypt of the NecroDancer is not about the destination, it's all about the journey, which will be very short for you. And the game has permadeath as well. I have died about 100 times by now and probably lost a bit of my brain cells in the process. Well, jokes aside, the best thing here is the music. The name of the game kinda suggests that this is a rhythm game, and that rhythm is amazing, especially when the merchant starts to sing. That is priceless. And the conclusion would be that Crypt of the NecroDancer is one of the most entertaining roguelite games I have ever played. You have my all recommendations. Trepang 2. He will take on the shoes of an escaped soldier who has no memories of his past life but is infused with supernatural abilities. All you want is revenge for something, you know, and you'll stop at nothing. You will deliver devastating punches, sneak around in the shadows, wield powerful weapons, and give the bad guys a taste of their own medicine. or a taste of pineapple in the potato salad, which is way worse and should be banned by Convention of Geneva or something. So anyways, you can already tell the game has strong horror vibes and has visuals and atmosphere similar to legendary Fear games. Here you'll find 6 difficulty levels, so even if it looks hard to crack, on easy it is quite easy. Game has above 90% of positive reviews on Steam and you can play the free demo version as well. 8-bit Hordes. Basically, this is a Warcraft if it would be made using the Minecraft engine. Here you'll find 2 factions, the Dark Orcs and their undead friends versus those annoying humans, dwarves, elves and all that puny stuff in general. You will collect resources, build up and defend your base, amass your army of evil or, you know, pathetic good, and ultimately crush your opponents, or be crushed by them. Game offers 24 offline campaign missions, 12 co-op missions to play with your friends and 10 multiplayer maps that support up to 8 trolls online, literally and figuratively. Although honestly you will never see 8 players online. I'm not even talking about this amount of players in multiplayer, so if you want some player versus player battles, you're gonna need a friend. But don't worry, AI is present as well. It has multiple difficulty options, also it can play in a team with you or destroy you. It is quite capable of doing that, believe you me. 8-bit Hordes is easy to understand and is user-friendly in general. If you like RTS games, there is no doubt that you may like this one as well. And now thank you for watching, and if you like my videos you can support me on Patreon and become a sponsor of every video I make. Have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Bye.